we go. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, folks. I'm watching that meter. I'm watching the green meter on the internet connection. See what happens. Check one, check one. Like check 1, 2. Yo, freaking cold. What's going on? What's going on? Let the adventure begin. Dave, game dev learning Godot, day 10 in software development. I'm watching it. I'm watching that damn thing. I should set up a screen capture. Activate. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that. Watch this. Watch this so you guys can watch it for me. Sometimes I don't always pay attention over there, but it looks like it's green so far. But let's set up a little thing here. RC, what's going on? Good dog, what's going on? Let's do a, what would it be? A display capture? Window capture? Stream is better? Yeah, so far so good. I'm going to set up a little capture so you guys can watch it in case it goes green and I don't see it. Goes red. Would it be a window? I think a window capture. We'll call this, we're going to capture OBS itself. And we'll go like this. And we'll go like, oh, it doesn't, I can't capture it like that. Go to, hold on. We can get it. Oh, was a speed test? Yeah, perfect. They came and they swapped out the whole modem. They did something outside and then they swapped the inside. The funny thing is when the guy came for the testing and he hooked up their meter, nothing was wrong, of course. The signal, they said it was really tuned, really great. And, but I was telling them, something happened. It's intermittent. And it's been like this for like a couple times now throughout the last couple weeks. And something's freaking going on. So he says, yeah, sometimes these modems, because I had an older modem, so luckily I was hoping he would swap it out. So he swapped it out with a cool one. It's a Technicolor DocuSci modem, but just looking at like the management interface, it's fucking 10 times better. So at least that's like that. But let me get this damn thing set up here. So that's not the case for that. I'm gonna delete that. Click yes. I'm gonna add this over here. I guess I'm gonna go to screen capture. We'll go display capture. We'll call this OBS. Okay. You guys should be seeing that, right? Is that the wrong screen? No, that's the right screen, right? Okay. We'll do this. And then we'll shrink this down. Oh, yeah. Kind of weird to do. I only want to get that one section right there with the green thing. Yeah. Is that even showing? Can't even fucking see. Oh, fuck, I moved it. I can't move it when I make that available like that. Can you guys even see that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oops. You guys see that right there? That green thing? Okay, yeah. If that goes red, let me know. That's the... yeah, it shouldn't be too distracting, right? If that goes yellow or red, then definitely ping me to see what the hell is going on with that. I'll keep it like that. My OBS connection set to Twitch is 6K. So you can see it fluctuating a little bit above it. It only captures that because I'm streaming through a plugin to Kick, which is only set for 5K. So you're only going to see the 6K there. You're not going to see a total. It's just not going through the same stream. That's cool. All right. yeah, so they came and they swapped out that. That was kind of cool. Uh, yeah, so hopefully, and what I did too is I removed another hop. So remember before I had to buy that other router, and I was doing the Wi-Fi off that other router. Well, I finally got connected these pods. They're like this big. You plug them into an outlet, and that gives you. I mean, my wireless speeds now are like ridiculous. But I put one in the kitchen, one in the hallway. So now the whole. You remember before you used to have like limited Wi-Fi or something. Now it's like super coverage. And I removed that router, and I plugged everything into the back of the main ISP router now because it's that robust. It has all of the firewall securities and everything built right into it. So it's kind of cool. So now I reduced that extra hop. So that's going to be even better, less of a device to fail, I should say. But all right. So far, so good. I don't know when it normally fails. Hopefully it doesn't. We can get through, an hour or two of streaming. Uh, Now to carry on to see what happens. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of ignore it. And then if it goes into the yellow or red, then I'm going to throw this computer out the window. I'll get a new one here shipped tomorrow. It's funny because I actually, me, I don't like when shit doesn't work. So as soon as I got off with the tech call from the people with my current provider, I called up the other provider in my area because I'm like, I'll have one. My goal is to have my own connection directly in here, so I don't have to worry about any bandwidth. It's a redundancy if we need to have a second internet connection, but they're going to be rolling out fiber, so I'm kind of waiting for fiber. No, no, no. As long as the providers, I think, is different, there's no problem. So I'm going to run fiber, and the fiber is 1 gig symmetrical. So it's 1 gig down and 1 gig up for fiber. They're just rolling it out. This truck's like all over the place trying to, lay the foundation for it, but foundation. So yeah, 2 different providers. So I kind of got that redundancy. I mean, to me, it's the same line. So if they're running fiber, it's an exclusive line because you can't put fiber over, coax or anything. It has to be, it's a separate line. So at least I know from a fiber perspective, that would be up. So right now they're putting down what's called dark fiber. They're laying the foundation for it, and they'll light that baby up. I'll get notified, and I'll be like, bam, 1 gig down and 1 gig up, dedicated, no cap. All right, so I've been doing a little bit behind the scenes here, but I kind of screwed some stuff up. How's the, let me put my thing on 1080, by the way. On the bottom filters, you guys can adjust the setting. Same thing on Twitch. If you go to the bottom on Twitch, you'll see the cogwheel. Click on the cogwheel. It should say quality. If it's on auto, set it to 1080p source. If you're on a device that can support 1080p source. If you're on mobile watching, then I would recommend just keeping it on auto. If you're on the Kick side, then go do the same thing. Click on the HD symbol. Make sure it's set not on auto, but 1080p if your device can support it, so you're getting the maximum quality possible. And that's all I got to say about that. My lights have been flickering. 3rd snowstorm in 6 days. I'm in Alaska now. Yeah, we're supposed to get a storm here, and it's supposed to actually start now until tomorrow morning. But the funny thing is, it said it's going to, within an hour, it's going to switch over to rain. And I'm like, what? Not a freaking storm. It's freezing rain, but it's just 33 degrees now, so the temperature is dropping a little bit. It was kind of warm during the day, but let's see where this is. Yeah, it's 34 degrees, heavy wintry mix soon. It's funny because it just started snowing, like flaking, and everyone's canceling already. Like tomorrow, the schools are canceling. Everything's canceling already. Yo, Crit, what's going on, man? How you doing? Thank you for that raid, good sir. The 2-time raid champion. How's things going with your Final Fantasy game? Or Final Fantasy combats, but not specifically related to Final Fantasy, but My apologies for that. 5 inches overnight was snowing here for 3 hours. Damn. Doing good, small group, but a good nonetheless. Hey, I appreciate you, even if it's just you stopping in, man. I appreciate what you do. I watch you as much as I can. Get that knowledge. You believe it or not, just watching people like yourself just go through tools. And I like your streams because you're audible. So you're talking about what you're doing. Some people don't do that. They get so involved and they're like this. You go into a dev stream and they're like, then they go. So I can appreciate you, being audible, what you're doing, what you're trying to do, and showing it because it definitely helps. Even if I'm in there and I'm lurking, most of the time I talk. I'm not really a big lurker, but I'm always talking. But if I'm like working and I catch your stream up, I'll bring it up and just listen. Going good, just buried in UI stuff. Yeah. How did you get the rotation working? Last time I was in there, you were working on the rotation of the platform, showing the combat, I guess, the different sides. We're talking about winter snow here. We have a winter weather advisory with it says wintry mix starting in 8 minutes. So they got pinpoint Doppler. Yet they could be so far off sometimes. They're giving it down to the minute. And yet sometimes they're way off. It'd be like 57 degrees. Yeah, tonight it's 38. Yeah, tomorrow it's going to be too warm. So by 5 a.m. tomorrow, it's going to be 53 degrees. Rain and snow right now. That's so weird. So weird. Stream of consciousness, yeah. So I had some internet issues yesterday, so I was going to stream last night. Was it last night? Yeah, I was attempting to stream last night, and then my internet connection was down. My upstream kept failing, which would completely shut down my stream. Oh, you scared the hell out of me, Cold. I'm like, I read it wrong. Past tense, started, then failed. I'm like, holy shit. Don't tell me it's happening again. So you can see that meter that I put over there above the bug hunters, just to give the visual to those who are watching to say, hey, if this goes in the red, let me know. Because sometimes as a streamer, I'm just talking and talking. I don't really look at my OBS configuration to drop packets unless something happens. So yeah, I saw that on Twitter. Fast response from the ISP. Yeah, they're pretty good. I called them up last night. As soon as it happened, they scheduled something for 2:30 today. Tech came out, did some analysis, swapped out my modem. I removed the router out of my hot mix, so now I'm going directly to the edge of my router to the ISP connection. So just removing some things. Everything else seems to be normal so far. I'm actually getting faster speeds than I did through the router. So maybe there was something faulty with that. I don't know, but something was definitely happening. The funny thing is, when I got up this morning, I did a speed test and everything looked normal. And I'm like, hey, something's happening. I don't care what your meter says now. Something's happening. So swap this stuff out. Yeah, we're going to get some 8s here this week. Going to get cold. 8 degrees. Damn. Yep. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, that was the spiel for last night. We got that resolved this afternoon. Things are running good so far. So what I did offline, of course, I broke stuff, but that's how you learn. So offline, I was working on, again, trying to consolidate combat to make it easier to program against as I start doing more aspects of combat. So attacking, defending, healing, fleeing. And the code just started getting longer and longer because I kind of had it in one function. And if you remember, I had it all wrapped up into the initiative function, which I didn't want it to be. So in the code here, you can see underneath now the initiative. When they go into combat, you can see the initiative role is now just this. Before I had it doing a whole bunch of stuff. So now I'm making sure that the function and its primary purpose is just doing that, and that's it. It's not doing anything else. Keeping the function very detailed to what it's supposed to be. Very specific, I should say. So as I was doing that, I'm breaking apart this main section here. We can see all this commented code I had it underneath the role initiative part. So this initiative would call the function that I just showed, but then it would continue on. It would get the response, and then it did this, then it did this, then it did this, and it was just getting too convoluted. So I started breaking this out. During that process, I ran upon an issue where I wanted to actually break out the appended of texting, the append text, uh, as it sends combat messages over to this action window. I kind of wanted to make sure that I'm doing that in the best way possible. So I created a script called the message handler. So anytime this main scene was sending information to combat and the combat was doing its thing and sending information back, I wanted to kind of intercept that any messages that needed to be sent to this screen to be sent through a message handler. So I didn't have redundant text. I could send anything at any time to this message handler. It would know what the action is, how to format it, and how to send it back to this message, to this node, if you will, this panel on this main scene. So the problem I ran into then is, okay, I ran into an issue where, okay, my script that I had called message handler didn't know how to call what I needed to update in the main scene because it wasn't associated to that. So I'm like, okay, how do I do that? So I started doing it through code. As you can see, I'm preloading the specific node path, kind of like a resource path, down to what I want to update, which is this text actions. And then I'm sending, I'm making the get in the node, and then I'm appending text accordingly. But supposedly there's another way that you can do that through signals. And I've used signals before. Every button on here has a signal, and based upon the signal, this thing would react. It listens for that signal. If this button is pressed, then it does X, Y, and Z. So now I guess there's a way, and I started watching a video the other day when my system or my ISP failed. I guess there's a way you can have an emitter and emitting a signal. I consider it in the networking world like a broadcast. It's broadcasting this message out there. Bloop. Combat, 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 right? That's all it does. It doesn't care. It just says combat. And then you have an observer, is what they call it. An observer to me is like a listener. It's listening for that certain broadcast message. It says, oh, here's another message. I'll take that. And then based upon what that message contains, the variables or parameters that I pass in, it's going to say, okay, this is a combat message. Oh, I know what to do with a combat message. I'm going to format it this way. And then I'm going to actually update where I need or send the data back to what I need to do with it. So that's where we ended off with that video. And then my friend Basti, who I watch every morning, he's a German streamer, very good with Godot. He gave me some tips too on how to break that down. So I'm going to try to implement that now. If I implement this successful, it's going to set the stage for a lot of great things with this game and make it a lot easier. So this is what I'm going to do now. He sent me a Discord message. So I'm going to copy and paste that Discord message. Something I can look at, or I'll just keep it there. I'll keep it up on the Discord. And let's see if I can follow this along here. Let's see if I can follow this along. Yeah, so you define the signal in the class, you emit signal, usually in the same class, and you connect it to the other nodes or itself. You tie the connect to a function call. Yeah, I think that's what he basically did. But I think he broke it down. It gave me some examples. So he says, so I'm going to read exactly what he typed to me. It says, your message handler script should emit a signal with the new text or whatever property needed to be changed. Signal, update, underscore signal. Function, handle message, new text, update, new signal, emit dot new text. In the main scene, you connect the signal with its argument to a method with updates the label. The connection should be in the ready function of your main scene. So let's go there now. So if I go to my main scene, in the on ready, let me scroll this over. On ready, right here. Actually, I don't need these anymore. All right, I'm going to put it at the top. Message signal. Okay. So he's saying here, function on ready. It says message. I mean, I can change just to anything I want once I complete. Message handler dot update underscore signal. Update text. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Function update new text. Okay, so he's putting this down, not there. He must be putting it. So I'm going to put this down over here. Function update new update text. New text. I think this is how you do it. So we'll know as soon as I get through some of these steps. So there's the label actions dot append text, new text. All right, that makes it easier if that works. This isn't working yet because we haven't connected it. The connection mustn't necessarily be done in the main scene, but it must be done in a script which knows both the message handler and the main scene. Okay. So this knows the message handler. So this is actually going to be, so I think this should be message handler dot update signal, right? And then in the message handler, you're saying function handle message new text. Oh, again, I'll make this as soon as I get the concept. I can change this stuff around. Update underscore signal dot emit new text. I think this would have to be all right, that's all the code he gave me, so something is not ready here. Your message handler. Yo, RC, thanks for stopping in, man. Have a great night. Hope your stream's going well too. I'm gonna give a shout out to you. Anyone doesn't know my buddy RC, definitely give him a follow. He's on his road to become affiliate. Currently streaming some Fortnite. He's a hell of a Fortnite player. Definitely take a moment, give him a follow if you can for me, please. Your message handler script. Okay, this is what I'm on. Should emit a signal with the new text or whatever property needs to be changed. Signal, update signal. Signal, huh? Update signal. Oh, so that works now. Does that handle message? I want to see if this print here. I want to actually see if this is actually receiving this part here. All right, let me walk this through this again. Your message handler script should emit a signal with the new text or whatever property needs to be changed. Wi-Fi notification. Face ID. That's cool. This app on my phone, I can manage everything on the thing. I can even use these pods that I have to detect movement and alert me if there's movement. So at night, I can set them up to detect movement in certain spots where I have them. Property needs to be changed. Signal, update signal. Whatever property needs to be changed. Signal, update signal. Let's see over here. Update signal. Message handler, update signal. This is update text. Function update. How is it associating? How is it getting back to update text? Yeah, this ain't working here. In the main scene, you should connect the signal with its arguments to a method which updates the label. Okay, so that's this. I thought that would be here calling here. Function ready. Message handler. Update signal. Update signal testing. Function update text. New text. Label that text equals new text. Okay, so that's right. The connection mustn't be, so I'm missing the part that, well, first of all, why is this? It's not a function. The message handler script should emit a signal. Let me go to my message handler script. Should emit a signal with the new text. So why would my message, okay. Property needs to be changed. Signal, update signal. Signal, update signal. Handle message. Signal, update signal. Emit new text. And then so this is working. So how could this be working and the other one isn't? Remember, update signal is not a function. Update signal. But it likes that. This is sick. Okay. Okay. I think I just got a revelation here. All right. So this script is saying the signal that I'm looking for is update signal. This is doing a message handler saying, okay, update signal. So this is what it's emitting, this signal, specifically to there. But how do I get it back to here? Function update text. Function update text. Update signal. This is sending it back. Emit new text. But how is this associated to this? So it knows what to do. I'm gonna do another print here. Print here too. All right. I don't know what to expect. I'm gonna bring this up. I gotta win initiative for it to work. Okay, hit initiative. I want to hit attack. It's gonna break like such. Okay, that's fine. Because that's because we're gonna get the node. So let's temporarily remove these. That would adjust the other problem I had. Let's restart this. And current, let's see, what is this? Current HP is not defined. Yeah, I have all these message handlers that I can get out of here if it's roll, tack. Okay. I don't see the output that I'm expecting on the message handler. Let's go back through and make sure. Let's comment out all of this stuff. Actually, do I need to do that? No. No, I think these need to change. Where am I? I'm in the combat script now. Oops. I want to be in here. So this is not getting the signal. Handle message. Function handle message. No idea. I just watch and pretend I know what I'm looking at. Message update signal. Update signal. I think the problem is I need to do it here too. Because I'm sending most of these messages are coming from the combat script. Well, I'm sending it from the combat script over to the message handler, which is this function, and it's updating the text. So how do I make sure handle message? I wonder if I can just do this. All right, let's test this out. I wonder, because all these other ones are in place, can I do this and then do an update signal? This doesn't like that. Emit. Oh, it's probably because it's new text. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to return the message. Then this doesn't need to be doing that because this is technically, handle message is technically this message. Now I'm passing back, or I'm emitting the message, which should be, this one should be able to pick this up. But I don't know the connection to here. How does it know to use this? In the main scene, you should connect the signal with its argument to a method which updates the label. Signal to its argument with the method that connects the signal. Connection should be done in the ready function of your main scene, or you can connect it in the editor. The connection connect to the signal with its method which updates the text. I'm not following this last part here. Yo, Bronski, what's going on? Message handle update, self update in ready. Maybe. Yeah, this is definitely not working. Is that what you think? Let's see, message handler dot connect. So you're saying instead of update signal in the ready. Oops. Message handler dot connect update text. All right, that makes sense because it's got to connect a signal to the function in the script. So this would be this down here, right? So this would be this, exactly what that function is to update this text, because it does have an underscore there. Oh, okay. So this is just is this just the parameter that gets sent, like a string that gets sent what the actual signal is? Self. That's the signal name. Okay. So this signal must match this signal. So should I call that the same thing? Update signal? Assuming that should be that. If this is the signal. So this is my main script. I want it to send from, actually, I think I might have made it a little too complicated. So let me explain what I'm trying to do here. So the message handler, my idea was anytime that this node needs to get updated, I want to send it to message handler, and message handler is just basically appending the text to that node over there. However, I want this message handler to be a recipient from any other script that I make. Like I have a combat script. You can see down here. I have a combat. My function I call in the message handler is action message, and then I send in the string. And then I want this message handler to say, okay, action, give me the string. I'll do some formatting if I need to, and then I'll update that that scenes node accordingly. But it all starts from here. It kind of goes from here into the combat, into the message handler, and then back to the main scene. I'm not sure if that's the best way to do it. I should have probably just put no, because it's not necessarily going to be all combat related messages. So I do want a separate thing. This is kind of what I have here now for my message handle. I want this to broker any message to the main scene that I want to send. Update text. This is the name of the node, unique name that I have set up here that defines the action, the text action. Yo, what's up, Dadpool? What's going on, man? What's up? What's up? Did you ever play with Steve in the tournament last night? How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Working through a little help here from some folks on trying to connect a message block. Message handler connect. Update signal. Update signal. Yeah, I don't. Should it be action message then? I don't understand the signal part. I don't understand. Where was that video I had?
Our script here.
For my last project, I made a signal in a global singleton script. In a meeting with Panda and Landon going over Project Casper stuff, about to start my stream. Awesome, dude. Awesome. So on my last project, I made a signal in a global singleton script. So when you say global singleton script, you meaning one that's loaded on autoload? Whenever I needed it, I would, yeah, so this message handler is on autoload. So if I go to project settings, auto load, here it is right here. So I am auto loading message handler. So I got that part. Signal shake. So you're saying whatever. So the signal that the people are listening for is called shake, and you're sending in 4 parameters with it. Whenever I needed it, I would connect the signal to the script I need. G.connect shake self start. Okay. Yeah, what's up, Panda? What's going on, man? Your name was brought up in the project management meeting. I hope in a good sense, dude. I hope in a good sense, man. What's up? What's up, man? What's up? Any good news from the top? Shake is the signal name. Yep. Self is the script I want to connect to, and then start is the function on that script. Okay. Oh, okay. They were talking about your hair care products, probably. You know, I got a good line of Butcher's Wax. It's called Ray's Wax 3, next generation. Cindy Crawford promotes it. Yeah. Cindy Crawford. What was her best movie, you think? Pretty Woman? What do you think? Cindy Crawford. I think that was the only one I remember. Wasn't she in a... Wasn't she in a... Oh, no. Sleeping with the Enemy. Have you seen that one? I think it was Sleeping with the Enemy. That was freaking spooky. That was kind of crazy. No clue. I remember her on a poster. Yeah, the poster you have above your bedroom. Above your bed, next to the refrigerator. The mini fridge. All right, so let me go back. So shake is the signal name. Okay. Shake is the signal name. Now, the signal name could be anything as long as you're consistent on picking that name up. Self is the script I wanted to connect to. Self is the script I wanted to connect to. So if I go back here, self. I'm not following on that part. Yeah, erasers don't work to remove clothes off a poster, and by the way. Auto load. Shake is the name. So this is the name. Let me take your what you put in here. Signal shake. I'm just going to comment that out because I want to see it next to what I'm trying to do here. And you're saying when it was when I need to connect to the script, I would need G connect shake start. Okay. And this, where would you put your signal though? Is your signal name this first part? That's the on ready in the main scene, or the scene that you want to. I'm assuming that I would put this in the scene that I want to actually have something return to call this function down here to do something, right? So I'm not doing that here. I should be making the signal on ready on this scene instead of calling the message handler directly because we're doing it through a signal. Let me see. I think you're missing the params in your signal declaration. Signal update message. Signal update message. Signal update signal. I'll get this. I'll get this. Oh, we got some copper deliveries over here. Copper is super rare, guys, in my stream. You get 1 copper an hour. Inactivity after 10 minutes. Shake is the signal. All right, let me read this again. Sorry for anyone who's listening to me repeat myself, but I have to get through what the hell is happening here. My last project, I made a signal in a global. Okay, you made it in a global script, so on load. So that would be this one. Signal. Signal. No. Signal shake. This is signal update. And you're saying you defined parameters here. So this would just be, you didn't define specifically provide the type, like message, string. I can do that. Can I do it or no? This thing's only sending just the variable name. Okay. This thing only gets only cares about the message. At the moment, I can add things in, which is cool. I can add other variables in. So I get that. Okay, this is on the auto load. Shake is the signal itself, which in my case would be update signal. You know, I'm just going to call it the same as what you have. So I can kind of follow. I can rename the signal after. So I'm going to call this shake, just like you. Shake. Okay. Shake is the signal name. Self is the script I wanted to connect to. And then start is the function on that script. Still within the global singleton? You're doing all that? No, I think that would be whenever I need it would be a signal to connect to the script, I need blank. Okay, the global just declares this. So this is just this. Global, I'm going to actually take a note of that. Global just defines the signal. Okay. So I have a signal called shake, and it takes a variable or parameter in the form of a string called message. And then you're saying anytime I need to connect to that, I use the G connect. Whenever I need to, it would be connected the signal to the script I need. G connect, shake, self, start. Okay, that's what I was just figuring. I read above and said, okay, that must be, thanks for clarifying that. So over here, if I were to test this out, it would be global. I'm going to spell it out, global. Global connect. This is the name of the signal, shake. So I have a node that's a child of my camera that's connect this to a signal. Global connect. You're saying this is shake is a signal name. Self is the script I wanted to connect to. So why is it self though? I don't get. I'm used to the self being of the function. Like the function is itself. And then update is down here. So that's good. Oh man. Self is the class, aka script you're in. Okay. That's I just want to make sure that means the same thing. So self is actually this function that I'm in. Okay. So this function is going to global connect. Let's see, identify global not declared in this. So you're saying this is the name of the global? Okay, so that would be, this is the name of the global that you're loading as a singleton on auto load. Invalid connect function, argument two should be callable, but is RE scripts main playing scene. Shake. So should this be, no, because this is calling, it's connecting here to shake signal, update actions, text, which is calling it down here. Can you see that error? I'm not sure if you can see. Invalid argument for connect function. Argument two should be callable, but is resource scripts main playing, which is this, which is itself. What were you doing here? You're doing frequency. Okay, that's just so signal only sending in a message. I'm in Godot 4, yeah, sorry. Godot 4 beta 10. They just came out with 15, actually, beta 15. I haven't looked at it yet. So I guess 12 broke something and 13 fixed something, and then I think they just released 15. Oh, it's done different. My bad. My apologies. Message. Handler.connect. Is it going to tell me what to send in here? No. Yo, Llama, what's going on? Hey, Prophets, Gurgash, and I say hi. How's the games going? Doing awesome, man. Doing awesome. How's the Terraria life? This is kind of, I think I have a visual here. Let me see if this helps. It's a process. Nice. Terraria is a great game. I think I said that the other day, but it is. Let's see, connect. Self.update. Okay. Self dot underscore actions this. Okay. Too few arguments for connect call. Expected at least 2, but received 1. I guess I still need to call probably the shake, right? Yeah, that seems to like that. So I'm still calling the signal is shake. It is awesome, but wanted to say hi. Gonna go guide him through the game some more. Have a great stream. Thanks for stopping in, Llama. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. You guys running just the LAN version of the Terraria? You have a hosted server? What's up? Let me open up this script. This link that you said here to building 4.0 core refactor in progress report number 1. I'm going to save this Godot folder. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is we're just playing vanilla with the multiplayer built in. Okay, cool. Well, enjoy, my friend. Enjoy. Give my regards to Gurgash as well. All right, so this is calling. This is the global script. It's connecting. It's connecting to a signal called shake, and then itself will use this function down here to update, to take in new text, And this is the actual node that I wanted to append to based upon what's sent into this function. So now I'm going to go over to the message handler, which is sending in the signal. And then this is also dealing with a message. But how do I tell it what to update? That's the thing I don't get. Like this part here is, I mean, is this commented out? And this is, okay, so the parameter down here. So this should technically be shake, right? To match this, I'm assuming. And then this would be message. Wait a minute. So this shake. So how is it getting into this function then? Do I need to do the same thing to here? Like if this is emitting shake with a message, and the emit is in this function, and I'm not calling this function. Do I call this function like I called this function? Yep, line 14, but it's inside of a function though, right? I'm not calling this action message anywhere. Well, I'm calling it in the combat script, which is where I wanted to do it. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I see what's happening here. All right, I think I get what. Let me try to repeat it. Bronsky, thanks for your patience, by the way. All right, so let me walk through a typical scenario here, right? So when the action message is called, it emits the signal to the right, and this thing is listening on shake. When it gets the signal back, it executes this function, which is going to take what's already passed in to here and update the text, right? This is how I think it. So here, okay, so these wouldn't have to change because this is still calling action message handler action message. All right, let's see if this works. All right, so there's me winning the initiative. I hit attack. Oh, see, it's already getting there. Here too. So here too. Let me go back to the function. Here too. So now it knows on ready. It knows that this is available now from that signal. So I move this back over and I hit attack. It then here too. It then I think updated it. So I think that's working. I just don't. I think it's working, man. But I want to make sure that I'm testing it properly. So if I'm going to break this, I'm going to break this connection. How can I test this to prove to myself that it's working? That's what I intended, but I wonder. Hold on, let me check. This will tell me here. Yeah, because I'm not appending any text here. This is what I had to do before. So let's take this out. I don't need to have that there. This is the message that I'm appending back. I'm printing out the message, which is cool. Message handler, so those getting in here. Let's clean this up. Yeah, so I think that's working now. Let me make sure it's properly set up. Yeah, because this isn't updating the text directly. It is calling this, passing in this. There's no append text commented out. So the only way to update that is for it to emit the signal back with the message to the main. It gets the signal back to the main. When it gets that, which is a parameter that's passed as a string, it's executing down here. Yeah, I think it works. I think it damn works. So let me change this now to action message. And then I'll have to change it to here. Action message, accent message. That's it. It has the same name as a previously declared signal. Oh, because the function is called the same. What are the odds of that? What are the odds? Yeah. I just like that name, man. I just like that name. All right, so let's change the signal then. What should we call this? I'm just going to call it message handler. Really what it is, because I want to be able to send anything to this. So that would be this, and then that would be this. Okay. You got a signal and the function name the same thing. Man. All right. So I think this works then. So that means anytime that I need to send a message, or now, I'm sorry, anytime that I need to update the action message, I can do that through here. And then also if I wanted to update. So here's another thing. This is what I need to do too. And I'm thinking I can do it the same way. This should always be, actually, can I have more than one signal? No. See, message handler update. Because what I want to do now is I have these. Let's scroll down here. I have these progress bars that I was attempting to update in the combat section, but I ran into the same thing that I didn't know how to connect these two from a script. So what I'm thinking now is in the combat script, I could still call message handler. And in my message handler, which is already linked, I could have another function. Instead of calling action message, I could do health message or something like that, and then emit that back to the main script. When it gets that signal, I can call the signal something different maybe. Or I can distinguish it here. Or I can send two parameters at that point. So I can go back to my signal here. And now not only do I want the message, I can do signal type, which would be a string. Okay, that makes sense. So this is self update. So this is going to have two, and this would expect a type string. Right? Am I doing it so far? So good. Signal type. I'm going to do message type. Message type. Message handlers linked, right? Okay. Yep, that's true. So this would be message and type. It shouldn't matter what I send back, right? That won't conflict. Okay. We'll keep it the same. This can also be the same too, I think, right? As long as I make this like this. Keep it consistent. So this is now going to send back the message and then the message type. message type. And then the reason why I'm doing this is I think when it comes back down to here, let's see, what is this saying? Expected at least 2, but received 1. Let's see, too few arguments for action message. Action message. Message handler. It's independent, right? It doesn't come back as an array or anything, right? I'm going to put that in. I call the action message only 1 parameter. Where did where am I calling it with 1 parameter? Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. I see. Right here. Yeah, right here. So all of these messages, I need to now send a type. All those, yeah. All right. So that's easy. I'm going to do here 2 signals. Yeah, I could do that, I guess. But then I'd have 2 functions though, right? Okay. So then I'd create another, all right, let's see, another function, update UI, new text. Hold on, I want to see what this is going to be passing in. This is going to be needed to do health. I would have to send in like the node. No, this should be all right. If I went back here, yeah, I'd have to add all of these. Not too many though. With a message type. Otherwise, I'd have to come over here and make another signal. That would simplify this, right? If I did that, I wouldn't have to do any of this. Then action message would really be done to action. All right, I'll put it back to that. Health changed, right? This is my signal, so I would do another signal, health change. Or I'm going to call it bar change, maybe. Because I have a mana bar and a health bar. So I could do, this is going to be the value though. So this is going to be an integer. New value, int, and then bar type string. Do one thing. Is that best practice to do it like that? Health bar change. That's true. Yeah. Make it easy on me if I ever need to do so. All right. So we'll do that. We'll do mana bar change. Mana bar change. And then I also need a stamina bar change. We'll just call it stam bar change. And then I'm going to need to do target string. So I'm going to need to know if I'm modifying it for the player or for the mob. This one would only be for the player. Right? You following me so far? You following me so far? Yep. Go into my script. Bar changer. Okay. Go into here. So this is where I'm at. So up here, I'll do the same thing, right? Message handler dot connect. This would be health bar change on itself dot. I don't know why they put why did they put like an underscore here? Is that something significant? Oh, I guess it's. I guess they put it all in the nodes. Okay. All right. So this would be down here. Would be self dot that, right? And then that's that, and it's expecting. I need to pass in two parameters, which would be new. New value, which is an integer, and then target, which is a string, right? While I'm here, let's do this other one. I could copy and paste, but I like typing it all out just for muscle memory. Mana bar change self dot update mana bar. Then message handler dot connect stam bar change self dot update stam bar. All right, cool. So let's make these down here. Function that this is going to be the same thing. New value int and target string. That's why it's like that. I'm like, why is that still shown in red? I'll put the other functions here shortly. Function underscore update stam bar. This is awesome. New value int pass. All right. All right. Updates action text. Updates health progress bar by player or mob as target. Okay. All right. So this code, yeah. So this code updates the UI. So here's a question now. What's this doing? Oh, expected two message handler. Did I change that? Oh, it's still only one. Action ring. I think I need to save some scripts here. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so bad at not saving my scripts sometimes. All right. So my question now is we're doing this by a signal. So right now I have a. Actually, no. I think that solves my issue. So let's try that out. So let's just try the health bar. You can call message handle emit health bar change. Right. So let's go in my combat. I have a section over here that I'm trying to update the value right here. You can see I was trying to do it on the actual node itself, but this is where I'm going to do message handler dot health bar change, and we're going to pass in two parameters. The first one is a value, which would be new HP, and we're going to pass in defender. Defender is handled up here, which is already a string, so it's going to be player a mob. Oh, sorry. Yeah, omit. Okay, I see. Yep. Omit. Health bar change. And then the parameters, right? Like such. All right, let's put that down. Same thing down here. Oh, I'm going to do it above the return. Is this above the return? Yep. Let's get rid of these things. I got so much stuff that I was just trying to do. None of it worked. But now it should work. All right, so I think that should now deduct if my code works. Save the script. It should deduct the health bar if people get attacked. So let's see if this bar goes down. Oh, we got an issue. That's all right. Non-existent function omit. Oh, I don't think I finished I didn't finish this side. Do I have to put a function here? Yeah, I need to put another function, right? Like health message, or I don't. Non-existent function omit in base node. Let me make sure I called that right. Hold on. I probably didn't call it right. Health, yeah, health bar change, update health bar. I should just put some print statements in here. Print int target. Value target. Okay. Update UI. All right. Let's see. 6 and 1. And it's failing here. Non-existent omit health bar change. Got to make sure that that's right. Health bar change. Health bar change. Health bar change. Connect health bar change. Health bar change. Signal. But I thought this was emitting back. So this is, okay, so this is, where's my combat? Message handler emit health bar change. That is right. New HP, which is an integer, and this is a string. Integer string. So why do I even need this function then? Oh, because I'm calling the... Couldn't I simplify that and just call message handler? I don't even need this. One thing at a time. Let's keep this the way it is, but if trying to get this health bar. So health bar from the main scene. I'm connecting to health bar change, which is a signal. I wonder if I should actually connect that to the node itself down here. On button, on power. This is the node that I connected it to. What message handler in your message handler script? What's message handler? So message handler. Another Godot 4 thing, and I used to. Uh-oh. Go back to your combat. Okay. This is emitting a signal directly back, not calling. Emit message handler dot health bar change dot emit. And then I put these in here. Ba, 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 ba. It missed. Oh, it took all of its health. Roll the 1 and -1. Yeah, it looks like it worked. It killed. It took all of its health, but it should be 100. Let me make sure I set the value right. So something's not. If this is new health, let me make sure I set that up right. Friggin' cold. You have hoarded 4 copper. Probably the wealthiest on the server right now. The wealthiest on the group. Let me make sure this is set to 100. It is set to 100. I'm set to 100, so my math is not happening right somewhere, which I can resolve that. But let me ask you this though: I don't need to actually call all this extra stuff then, like I'm doing here with action. I don't even need this function because the only thing I would do is call here, and then I could even simplify this logic where this would only be signals because really I'm only emitting the message back this line. I'm not doing anything else with the message. So I could signal message handler, kind of like what I just did over here with this line. Instead of calling action message, I would do whatever I'm calling on that side, which would be action text, I believe. Ba, ba, ba. Message handler. So if that's the case, I'm just going to try this with a couple here. Message handler dot that dot emit and whatever the value is, which would be these things. Assuming that's right. We'll try it. We'll try this. We'll try this out. Let me comment this out. We'll do the same down here. Oops. I hate when it does that. All right, I think this is the same thing that we were doing before. It's a hell of a lot easier than sending it to another function just to emit the signal. Just emit the signal right from where you want to do it from. If I'm following this process properly, and I'm 99.9% sure I am. So let's just go with it. All right, so that's done that whole function there. Let's do the same thing. That's done down here. Just going to finish this one up. Met message handler. Message handler. Signal. We need 2 of these. That's that one. And we'll take this one from up here. And we'll comment this out. Move this over there like that. Get rid of this line. All right. And last one. This one. This. Like that. And that should do all of that. So then I come back over here. And I don't need any of this. That's the theory. Just test it out. Nope. Dirt. Combat was not declared an identifier combat. What? Need to change that because that's no okay. That's probably why, because this is no longer valid for the attack button. So I need to change this to message handler message. Okay, so that would be the same as this combat one. Like this. Like this. Like that. That. Close that. Where else do I have this damn thing? Got them sprinkled all the way out of here. That's fine. This is another one. I will say, friends don't let friends create singletons. You might want to consolidate code away from them unless needed. Recommended read. All right, I will read that. Thank you for that. Save this to my reading library. Thanks, Bronsky. I appreciate that, man. So technically up here, I wonder if I could call this function. This node is already set for that. Instead of calling, let me make sure I'm on the right one here. Yeah, on bar change value. On bar health value change for the health. Right, so it'd be connected up here. Why is that showing that like that? I don't think I need that. Wait a minute, why is this failing? Identifier not declared in the combat. R. Combat is a... That is a class. So I'm going to do all these messaging. Just your auto loads for combat. Did I not close this? Okay, I didn't close that. What is this? Check your auto loads for combat. I don't need these. Oops. Yeah, I'm in the combat script now. There's a class, combat, and it's giving me an error for combat. So I'm trying to instantiate the class. I wouldn't need this. I wouldn't need this defined then if I'm already defining results. Oh, returns. Var returns. Okay. Results. I didn't have to do this before, but I guess that would depend if the attack function is static, which I think it is. It isn't. I think now I can change it back to static because I'm doing things differently now with the messages. What the hell? Oh, it's still playing in the background. Yeah, so if that's the case, I don't need to do that. I can just do this. And then it would be this. Don't need that. Returns. Tech. I do this. Double var. That's probably not good. Yo, Toxic, what's going on, man? Results. What's happening? All right, so that fixed that. Because before I had it as a static before, but then I kept getting errors because it couldn't call something because it was a static function. So I removed it. And then I had to instantiate the combat class. And now that I'm doing it this way, I could make it a static function, so I could just call it directly. It's gonna throw. Well, it wouldn't be equal null, though, right? All right, now it's not null. I thought I could define, like in Python, I could just define a variable, not assign anything to it. Tilton and Apex ranked. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is going to be the object of... Yeah, why can't I just do like the results then? Just do it like that. Nope, that doesn't like that. Let's see. Identify results not declared in the current scope. What? This is really simple. Hold on. Hold on. What the hell's going on here? Results is a variable that's an empty string. Then you're calling a method.attack on that variable. Yeah. Save this. Attack. Where's my attack? Function attack. Static function attack. Attack. Not using results anywhere, am I? Results. Yeah, I can't find the. I'm in disbelief. I'm in disbelief. Hold on. For returns equals combat dot tac fire. Huh. Declared. Not declared in the current scope. Hmm. Yeah, this is combat. COMBAT. Yep. No, it's a M. Yep. Can't see that? I thought you could see that. All right, so let's go back here. So returns combat. Yeah, it's not even picking it up now. Combat on attack button. Don't need this out of here. Results. I'm going to keep it returns because I already have these variables in line here. Yeah, I mean that's functional. All right, let's restart it. Project reload current project. Gonna go full screen again. I don't understand why that doesn't save my specific sizing, but we'll do this manually again, like such. Over there like that. Look good, yeah, like that. And this one over like that. All right. Where was it failing? Combat. Yeah, so still don't like it. How the hell is that not like that? Went for a cigarette. Did I miss anything exciting? Yeah, we got the message signals working. Now we're kind of debugging this error here. I didn't screw up anything up top, right? No, this is good. Message handle emit. That's closed properly. All right, so this is easy, right? So I'm calling the combat script. I don't need to instantiate it anymore because it's now a static. Combat static function tac. So only taking a player returns. I need to change all these handlers. This one. Maybe it's failing because of that. That'd be funny. Mm-hmm. Now I don't like it here either. So, well, this is itself, right? So I don't need to call it If it's within itself, I don't think I need to call that, right? Just doesn't like combat at all. You were worried? Oh my god. Let's save this actually. Save it first. Could be a phantom. It could be a freaking phantom. So I wonder if it's failing because of there's errors in the script itself. Hmm. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. Yeah, I mean that's how you define it. That's how you. I'm not using it returns anywhere else. Test. We'll just call this test. I mean, can I do that? No, just doesn't like that. Yeah, I mean that's so far. Okay, so maybe I have to fix all of the errors that are in here. Let's go through. So that all works. I am calling combat AC check, no problem. So that's working. So it has to be. Maybe I got to resolve this one. Variable damage combat. What is this saying? Expecting closing. Expecting closing after. Okay, so that was up here. That resolves that. No more errors. Save that script. And it's gone. No shit. So it was failing here because it had an issue in the combat script. Really? Now that's super dependent. How the hell? How the hell? I'd never seen that before. So this syntax was right, but because there's an error in the combat script that this thing was calling, right? It was calling the attack. There was an error in there, and it was failing on that script. All right, good to know. Chalk that up to paranormal. All right, let's see. So any messages now? All right, there's 12. Any combat messages now? Okay, it's not working. God, my word. Attacker is player mob HP. Okay, so no messages going out to. None of my combat messages are emitting out. You don't use the classes a whole lot? Okay. So let me debug this. So it's called message handler, and I'm emitting that. So if I go to my message handler, message string, and I'm emitting it now from the combat instead of having this function. Should be okay. Yeah, that's where I'm going next. I'm just working my way backwards. So then here, if I come back up to the top, message handler, self update action text. And there it is. So, oh, okay. I'm not passing this, so it's not doing it. I don't need to do this now. Yeah. I don't need to do that now. Roll initiative. There we go. Now it's working. Once I get down to here, then we can figure out why. Okay, so I won initiative, or one attack. All right, now that's working. So now I need to figure out, all right, I missed. So attack, I'm going to try to attack until I get a total roll. Okay, so that killed the mob. Now my math isn't working. Okay. So I think that might be down here. I don't think I need to use these because I'm updating it directly. Actually, no, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Hold on. Hold on. So here's my other question now. I think because this is already established to the node that instead of calling self, I would call this script to update the player health. Let's come back up here to the signal. I think instead of updating here, or no, I could still do this. Okay, let's do it this way. No, yeah, on the bar. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm not passing. Okay. I got it. I got it. So if target equals player, we're going to go like this, and we're going to pass in new value. If else, and let me just get this one. I got to get all these freaking things out of here. Mob health bar. Mob, that's mana. And come back up here. I got too much stuff in this stuff. I got too much stuff in the stuff, dudes. Else that new value. And that's it. All right. So that should be player. I'm going to put a debug here, print. Put it up actually above that. Player health modified. And new value. It's actually the value. I'm calculating the new value with all the deductions in the combat script. Mob health. All right. So up here then, because this is taking 2 parameters, I got to go back to health bar change at the signal, and I am passing that in. So I got to go to the combat and make sure I'm passing in the target. Health bar. Okay, I am. All right. So I think the issue was I just didn't have the doing that on all of them? Yeah. Health bar change. Health bar change. Yeah. Is that going to cause an issue? Or is that going to like activate right away? Okay. So I wonder in the main scene here, can I, instead of calling self, just call the button? Instead of calling update health bar, can I just call, or I'll just disconnect that then. I could just disconnect it. I'll disconnect the signal from the bars and I'll do it through script. Yeah. Ah, see that? I'm learning. I was ahead of you on that. All right, so that's good. We're inside the emitter. If I hit attack, oh, it still took all of the health. Let's see. I want to see. Okay, here. Mob. Okay, attacker is player. Okay. Attacker is player. Mob health modified -5 because it took 5 damage. So I got to look at the math then. Maybe I am not doing it the way I expect it to do it. All right, so this is taking new value, and it's setting the health bar to be new value. Okay, yeah, because down here, I'm passing in new value, taking that, and it's basically setting the value to be that. Okay, so, and I know these values work because I tested that before. Yeah, I'm going to the math now. All right, so we come up here. And so attacker, defender, we're passing in mob or player. Attacker is monster, player, current, defender. So the way that my attack string works is I'm passing in an attacker only. So let's say it's player. I'm just passing in these basic stats here. Oh, what the hell? Hold on. Line 92. You already picked it up? Yeah. So damage. I'm taking damage. This sends the defender. So let's say it's the mob, the current mob HP, whether it's a critical hit, and that's a generic for the amount of damage. So I think I set that up here. This should be current defender. I'm setting it to 0 there. I'm not sure why. Take damage looks like this. Down here. Take damage. I'm sending in the target. I'm sending in the current hit points. The hit type, that's whether it's critical or normal for double damage and stuff. And then the damage, and I'm sending in a static value of 8. So here I'm saying, okay, the damage is nothing, new damage. So damage is 0, new HP is 0. So I'm just using these values to be returned. If it's critical, we're then taking damage. We're rolling a dice, which just is taking 1 to 8 damage, timesing that by 2. And then new HP, which is originally set to 0, is they're going to become the current HP, which we're passing in, which is going to be 100, minus the damage. And then we're returning target, damage, current HP, new HP. So it'd be 0, 1, 2, 3. So DMG with a 3 as an index would be the new HP. This should be target. Let's see. This is normal, so it'd be target, colon. Where's my thing? Mob. Damage 5. Current HP 0. Okay. So current HP is not getting the value of current HP, which is the take damage. Current HP should be the second variable passing to take damage. So let me go back up to the combat script. Attack. Where's my first take damage? Take damage. Current HP. Yeah, we're setting that as 0. So that should be 100. Yeah, this should be because I'm not getting the true value of the monster stats, I think, yet, but I should actually be getting that from the bar, which I think is here. This is what I started to do. Current HP. I don't actually need that because I was starting to get it down here. I was saying, okay, I want to pull from the bar value now. And this is where I was trying to get the node. I was trying to get the value of that bar to determine truly what it is. So as I go through combat, it's going to deduct damage. I want to always make sure that I'm pulling that value, whatever that bar is set at. Current HP. Yeah, I'm a hell of a lot closer. So let me see. Print. So current HP, I don't really need current defender. So I could still use current defender. So let's just put current defender is that. So I don't have to worry about these other errors. So now I just need to know. Why is this failing here? Oh, because of this probably. I just need to figure out now how to get that value from that node. Yeah, I had it. The problem is this again is not associated with. This is the combat script, not in the. So this is where I was trying to do it. Yeah, so both of these methods are in the same script. No. So this combat script isn't associated with anything in the node tree. Right. But I was able to get nodes doing this method. This was the method I was trying to go before, where I'm using mob and I'm getting the full path of the node all the way down to the node level. And then I was trying to use that here, get node mob HP and then the value. But that was failing. But let me see, where did I have that before? I think I had to walk the whole thing. Node path. PB. So that's the name of the progress bar that is in the tree. Right. Why don't you pass the current HP? So you mean pass it from the beginning here? So when I call the combat initially, because it's never going to make it. The take damage script is in the combat script. And the only thing that's called outside of that on the main method, I think is, let me see. Let me go back up to where it is. Yeah, combat attack. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do before. I was trying to pass it and handle it on the return value from the combat script. So I would call combat attack and I was returning it as an array. So combat attack, see, is an array. I wasn't doing any of the values here. And then at the bottom, I was passing it back. Instead of a string. Combat attack. What do you mean by node? Yeah, defender, new HP. New HP equals. Passing instead of a string, is there a player node or something? I do have a player model class. It's not fully implemented yet. So I'm kind of just going through, and I also have a monster class. So eventually I'll have hit points that I can pull from here as a starting base instead of pulling it from the control itself. But there is a player model too. Where's my new character? Nope. Message, game manager. Where the hell is it? Oh, character. Nope. Let's see. I probably don't have it open here. Let's player model. Here's the player model we set up. So a player consists of all of this stuff. But I haven't fully implemented that yet in regards to calling. Eventually I'd call this in replace of everything because it would keep track of this, including saving values and everything. And the monster one, I have something similar for that. No, I just have this. Yeah, I just have this. So this will eventually be, well, it's right now it's just a dictionary, but these will eventually be all the monsters I'm going to have. I'll probably have 100 or 200 plus to start with. And I'm just passing in static values as the base of that. But I think I had it. I think I had this working. Let me see. What the hell? Let's go all the way back up here. Attacker. Vendor. That's just a default. AC check. If the attacker is a player, then the defender is a mob. Mob player. Check in here, emit hand. All of this works. Gets down to here. Take damage. Okay, current HP is not defined because I commented that out up here. So current HP is 0. I'm calling. Yeah, we can't have it like that. That's why I eventually pull the mob stats. So that's what I was trying to do with that. So let's just see. I just want to. I'm going to set this to 100. And I want to see. I bet you that fixes it. And that's where I last left off before I was trying to mess with the signals. Yeah, so now you can see it's working. Deducting properly. Once I hit it again, or I went back up that time, so it's not fully working. It's doing it by hit. Mob 84. Went back up. Oh, because it's passing in 100 again. So I'll figure that out. But the big thing is we got the message thing handled. I think that's huge, my friend. So thank you very much for helping that. That's going to help me, remove a lot of this extra noise and give me the ability to call that now and to understand signals, which I definitely need to understand. Keep that there. Rid of this one. Clean up some of this stuff. That's just the flow of how I want it. Is a nice, neat functions. So next I need to figure out the saving. Okay, bedtime for me. Have fun with your coding adventures. Thanks, freaking cold man. Yeah, it's 9 something. I'm going to be jetting off soon too. Thanks for hanging out and listening to my babbling. That's there. All right, so this one looks good. I think I did all of the, let's take out all this extra crap. Comments work, so I'm confident in that. Target. Okay. Save. So I don't need this. That's hell of a, that's nice. That's nice. Don't need this. So this is the message handler. That's good. Yeah, I think we're good. The only thing I need to figure out now, which I'll probably do tomorrow, is the handling the bars. Or actually, I need to probably go further into pulling live values instead of using static values just for testing. So I should probably work more on how that's going to work. No. Yo, Eero, what's going on? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Then I can slowly clean up all of this stuff, which is nice. All right. So let's start from the beginning here. So I'm creating a text-based adventure game with fantasy, with graphical elements. Nothing much. How about you? How goes the Godot for shenanigans? I'm learning. Bronsky in the chat just helped me understand about signals and stuff with some custom signals that I needed to do to be able to interact with the scene. Multiple scripts that I have that aren't associated with that scene. So it's good to kind of understand that. It gave me some supplemental reading to go through. So I got to do some offline reading to understand what might be better instead of doing that within classes. But signals are always a fun thing. Yeah, it was nice to get the concept finally. It took me a little bit to kind of understand how it works, but I'm creating this game. This is my first game ever. I'm on day 10 of learning Godot. So this is a text-based adventure game. I go way back. So if you remember like Zork and whatever, it was all text-based. But this one, I'm going to do some graphical elements to make it a little bit more interactive and not just text. So you start out, think Dungeons and Dragons classics. So you start out with one of these 4 classes that you pick from. The bonuses are at the bottom based upon what you pick. So if you do a fighter, you get a +1 strength. Here's the stat screen. So you do have a fighter, it carries that over. The roll stats basically rolls 3 sets of stats. And when you're ready, let's say, okay, I want an 18 strength. I can select this column and it moves these stats over into kind of a final column, which I still can pick between these two until I lock it in. And when I lock it in, then I can't change anything. I can't re-roll. And these are my values. They're going to be passed and saved to the player stats. I continue. Name my guy, Glod Iron Fist. Continue. This is the start and equipment screen. These are just generic placeholder graphics that I created in Sprite. The thought here was each of these sections, you'll have a weapon, armor, and supply will be randomized, as well as the graphics to match with the title down here. So you could start with maybe a dagger, a sword, a staff, whatever. It would be probably appropriate to your class. Piece of armor, cloth, whatever. Supply could be bandage, food. Here, just a quick example of like a healing potion. Hit continue. That stuff goes to your bag. And this is the main screen here. Yeah, just starting RPG gear. Yeah, exactly. It'll be randomized though. So it's kind of, you're not always getting the same thing if you start again and again. So this would be the main screen. Here would be all your text in the beginning. All your text for the game will be here. You will have slottable inventory. So as you click your bag, or as this is just an example of a monster loot card. I'm doing all the graphics, by the way, too. So this would change. Let's say you're facing an orc or a giant rat, or in this case, a skeleton or something. When it dies, a loot window will pop up and you'll be able to take that gear if it's better and slot it directly into your inventory or into your slotted equipment, or move it into your bag. So you'll be able to, right click loot or something like that, and it'll go into your bag. You can click on your bag, it'll open it up, and you can slot it afterwards, or, deal with the extra stuff that you might get from the loot tables. So it carries over your name, your class, your level. This is just a default for armor class, but that would be calculated by the gear that you have equipped. And then down here, you just have some quick, again, adding some visual elements to it. Your gold, how many kills or mobs you killed, how many times you experienced death. Two more slottable inventories for consumables. You can probably see the health bars. So you have the generic 3 mana, health, and stamina, which will be interactable. You have your generic thing here. So if you do wanted to interact with attack instead of pressing the attack button, you can do that too. So that's where the old school response to the text is going to come in. You can either click the UI or respond directly through a command type in. Over here, you can see the dice. I made these in Sprite. So as the dice become available based upon the circumstance you're in, let's say you hit on a monster and now it's time to roll damage, the dice will actually become a bright red. Right now, I'm kind of grayed out because it's not usable. And then you'll be able to click it and it'll actually show you the roll of what you rolled in the action panel here. This is action panel is going to be pretty much everything related to combat will be in this section over here. And then notice as I roll initiative, first time you enter combat, you get an initiative roll. So either the monster or I am going to get the first attack. So notice how these buttons aren't selectable anymore. You can select them, but they're not actionable. So once I win initiative, you'll see these go into a darker roll. Monster 1 initiative. And I'm just doing some initiative checks here. And there you go. So now they're actually selectable. And then I can attack. And when I attack, you see the monster took health damage. I'll output over here. This is just debug information at the moment. This won't be so verbose, but just so I know which section that it's happening in. And then in the printout, you can see, okay, I rolled weapon damage 8, total roll 7. So I did 7 damage from the mob, 100 health, 93 is its remaining health. But just have some debug information there to make sure things are working properly. And then the same thing, you'll be able to go through a defend phase, a heal. So when it's your turn, you'll be able to pick one of these 4 options. Behind the scenes, I'm going to create another, I'm going to call it like a monster AI, where when it becomes the monster's turn, it will go through an evaluation of what it's going to do next. So it could be, if its health is, let's say, 5% of the max health, it will attempt to flee automatically. And then there'll be a roll of a dice to determine if it's successful or not. If it failed, then it's still in combat and you get to roll again. If it's successful, then it's successfully gone. And I might add in there where if it does attempt to flee, you get one more shot on it, maybe based upon your dexterity. Are you quick enough to get that last attack in before it successfully flees? And that's about it. I'll put in some AI logic too to determine if it has the ability to heal. If it's a humanoid or something, maybe it has the ability to pop a potion too or something like that. But that's it. So I have the storyline. You'll go through a storyline and it'd be pretty cool. I added these graph. This is actually the first animation I did in Sprite 2. Added some chains, some background runes, might have added a little bit of texture. I still might add some visual effects because when you do win initiative, these do light up and I do say, all right, select the action buttons, but maybe I'll make this like a green bar border will highlight around it, kind of like a pop or a temporary glow or some type of animation that will show up over here with a sound or something. That will come in time. I'm trying to get the basic foundation down first from beginning to end of how it's all going to function, how to save things. I still need to work on saving from the beginning menus. Oh, that's another thing too. When you hear, we started laying the foundation for right-clicking and having the save option too, so you can save the game, load the game, quit, go back to the game too with the escape key. Of course, temporary, so this will be a lot more viewable or visible, if you will. But at least the functionality is starting to get there. So that's another thing that I need to do. But slow and steady, right? Slow and steady. Get there. But the signals are very cool. Yeah, so we implemented these signals right here. I have something like a message handler. So any type of signal I want it to go to this message handler, and that's going to handle whether it's a message that I need to update the action text window or change bars, health bars or whatever. I have a combat script that actually passes in that information. So message handler, emit, send this message. Same thing down here for health bar change. Sending in the new health after it determines from the take damage class that I have that function. The new health and the defender to be able to modify whether the defender being a player or a mob. I send that back into this script. This is, by the way, before I started optimizing my functions, I was getting lost in having it all in one initiative phase. So, initiative kind of should just handle first round who goes first. But as you can see, I just cut the right in code. Okay, what's after? All right, let's take damage. Let's roll for attack. Let's check armor class. And I just kept putting it in one script. So I'm like, okay, we got to stop and stop chunking these out into separate things. All right, if I want to roll initiative, I don't care about anything else. I just want to know who won initiative. One function, one purpose type deal, and return the stats. If I want to check armor class, I only care about who I'm rolling the armor class against, what it is. I'll do the dice and I'll return hit or miss with the results. That's it. So I'm starting to make the functions a little smarter. And we left off with the attack part here. The cool thing about the attack part is I made it again universal, where when it was in the other script, I had another one for attack, and it would be attack underscore player, attack underscore mob. But here I said, okay, I don't care what you're attacking, just let me know who the attacker is. And then in here, I switch basically. If the attacker's the player, then the defender's the mob attacker. So I care about the mob stats here to do, damage against and check armor class and stuff. So that's a little cleaned up. Take damage, kind of the same thing. I don't care who is taking the damage. Just tell me who it is, and I'll do the logic and send you back the results. And then these are some of the other functions that I have on those buttons I haven't touched yet. So just put placeholders. If you defend, if you're going to heal, check for flee, player side, gain experience. And then if the player dies or the mob dies, what I'm going to do on that. So that will come over time. That's it. I love writing comments to myself. So I was kind of thinking about out loud. This is how I want the combat to do, the certain types of events that are going to take place. I also am a big fan of Xmind. So I write out visually what I want to do and then look at that as a reference all the time. Like here is my combat script before I even started writing any code, kind of pseudocode, if you will. I went through this selection here, and this is what I'm trying to do now in regards to coding behind the scenes in the combat section. So combat, roll for initiative. If the attacker happens, go into the attacker results, death, damage, critical hit. I still have to do critical miss if you miss, or flee. If you flee, there's a chance for a backstab or something like that. Last opportunity. If you death, that's the player side or a mob side experience. If player side, what's going to happen? Critical hit, double damage, take damage, and just keep cycling through that. So that's about it for this newbie. But yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping in. I am going to stop it here. I get up at 0500 hours for work. So thank you very much for stopping in. I'll probably be back live tomorrow. It is good to know that my internet connection is now stable. I had an issue the other day that prevented me from streaming. My upstream kept failing. It seemed to be stable so far for this whole time. So I had my tech come out, swap my modem, my ISP modem, so it's running sharp right now. So that's cool. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you for hanging out. If you haven't clicked that follow button yet, by all means, click that follow button. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping in. Look forward to Godot Day 11 probably tomorrow as the weekend comes. I am expecting snow here on the East Coast, so anyone that's in this snowstorm that's coming across the U.S., be safe to you and your families. Definitely make smart decisions. And let me see who I can send some love over to, who else is out there. And then we'll call it, guys. So thank you very much. Let's see. Let's see who we got. All right, let's send you over to this dude here. He's wrapping up with some. I think he's doing V. Is that? Yeah, he's doing some Fortnite action. So let me send you guys over there real quick. Hold on one second. On this side, host. All right, host that channel. Get that done.
Play some Fortnite.
All right, guys. Let me see who else is out there on the Twitch side. Let's go here. Let's go to Twitch. We got a small crew, I think, that are still in here. So I like to small crew. I think if there's at least 5, I like to send some folks over to people. So we'll determine that when I start the raid in a moment. There's my buddy playing some New World. I'll send you guys over to him. Let's do a raid. Striker God. Start raid. I'll see you guys in the flip side, man. Thank you very much.